teenage years, but if you, let's say, for like any kind of younger people listening, what would you have done? Obviously, you have a lot of experience in business, you have a lot of experience in life, you have a lot of experience helping people. Let's say you took back when you were maybe 18, 19, 20. What would you have done differently?
I would have got to work earlier. I mean,
earlier than 11.
No, like, because I went. I worked all through uni and all that, but I went to uni in Glasgow, like got this Mickey Mouse degree for 4 years, and it was a complete waste of time.
What was the
business?
Mickey Mouse?
Just a BA business honours, 4 years.
Yeah.
And I'd get, I hate that kids aren't allowed to work, and I think kids like to work, and I think they should work. And anyone I know that worked from a young age has done well in life. I've never known anyone that earned their own way when they're young and like ended up done in.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So if I don't know, but which I did. I mean, what I'd probably say if I look back would be like take my own counsel, listen to myself.
Yeah.
Or maybe if I was looking for advice, look to the right people. Because maybe if you want to make money, you should go and speak to somebody that makes a lot of money or what you regard's a lot of money and ask them how they do that. Or you want to do well in relationships, go and find somebody that's been in a relationship for 10 years and they're happily married or whatever. But at the time when I was a kid, I'd just take advice left, right and centre. And I didn't have any direction, just knocking about.
Right.
Like backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
Thinking, I'll be a gangster this month. No, that's not working. Right, I'll maybe try and be a mechanic. No, I can't do that. Right, I'll be a businessman. Right, I'll be an artist. Like, and I never wasn't making any good forward progress, to be honest.
Right. And what was the age that you started your first business?
Well, like, I suppose my first grown-up business would have been in Edinburgh, and I would have been about 25 or something, so maybe like 18 years ago, something like that. Maybe round about that, maybe a little bit earlier. And there was a guy, I went through there and I was doing labouring, a boy called Paddy, and then I noticed there was some other people doing stair cleaning, so it was a communal stairwell, and they were like mopping the stairs. And they're called tenement buildings, but it's like stone floor. There's normally about 8 flats or 10 or 12, 16's the biggest. Yeah. And these sandstone sort of buildings. So you go in and you clean the stair, like sweep it down, clean it. Then you charge everyone at the door £1 or £1.25, £1.50, depends what the stair is. And I was doing labouring and I had a degree, and then I saw these people mopping up, and I'm like, literally the pun, but like they were like cleaning with mops and that, and they were making good money, but I had a stigma. I was like, I'm not gonna, like, a cleaner is for me it was like the bottom, the lowest of the low, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that because I've got a degree. And then about a month later I started doing it, like once I got over myself. And quickly when I say it, maybe a year and a half, I built that up to a point where I was making in a day maybe about 400 or 500 quid.
Wow.
And that's
and
18 years ago.
25?
Aye.
Wow.
And then that's what most people made in a week, and I made in a day. And then I was doing like voluntary work and different stuff at that time, so that kept me. I had money, I had a car, phone, clothes, rented my room, and that was that.
But at 25, how did you like learn that stuff? Like, how did you get to that level? Obviously, I know you said you had a degree in business.
That was a waste of time, aye.
You said it was a waste of time. So how did you learn? Was it just asking questions?
How they did it, kind of thing. I just that, like, inquisitive. I was like, oh, you seem to be doing well. What you up to? Oh yeah, I stair cleaning. What stair cleaning? What do you mean stair cleaning? Mopping. What do you mean? Like communal stairwell. What do you mean a communal stairwell? Like in a tenement. What's a tenement? Like, okay, flats, and then but how do they pay you? You just knock the door and say stair cleaning money. Oh, but you get agreement. Yeah. Do you get new stairs sometimes? How, like, do the people not pay you?
So it's just question. It was like 100 questions.
And then I found my way. It was like I started, like, I'd go into a stair and I would be doing the stair, and then I'd come to collect the money, and 8 out of the 12 people would pay. And 4 wouldn't. And then I was like, well, how do I handle this? So then I'd put a notice up on the wall downstairs, and I'd say, like, unfortunately a couple of people aren't paying, so I'm going to need to stop cleaning the stair. Once they start to pay, I'll clean the stair again. And then obviously like the 4 of them would be like, oh God, and they wouldn't know there would be other people not paying, so they might think it was them. So then a couple of them would pay. So then I'd only have 2 people not paying out of 12, and you can still get by on that.
Yeah.
So then I would just start cleaning it, and I'd still knock their door, and eventually maybe one of them would pay, and you'd be left with one guy just refused to pay. And then the rest of the people paid. And then I also had like little different things, like when I was collecting the money, I used to like collect the money. It was great. It was like you'd do a month, so it'd be like maybe in one state it's £2 a clean, so it'd be like it's £8. And it's like £8, and I knock the next door, that's £8, and I'd be at 16 quid. Knock the next door, that's £8, 24 quid, and I'm like, wow. Next door, £8, and I'd have all this money, and then I'd like hide it, and then I'd like go to the next door, and I'd be like, stair cleaning money, because I didn't want them to see how much money I was making, because they might they resent that, or they might try and do stair cleaning, or had these stupid ideas. And then I found that when I had the money, the collections were a bit difficult, but if I ever knocked the door and I had the money piled up in my folder, my kind of ring binder with all the names, and I had the money piled, as soon as those people seen the money, they just paid. They paid. Really? Yeah, and it was like to them it was like, oh, everyone's paying, so I pay. And then I thought, oh, you don't want to hide the fact that you're doing well, because then there's more credibility. Yeah, everyone's paying, this is going well, I'm doing well, this is the cost, like. And I was like, oh, so you learn little very intricate details of even that process to go, oh, okay. Another thing, smell. They love the smell of the stairs, so I got like disinfectant that had a really strong smell, because sometimes you'd clean the stairs really well and do a really great job, and then people will be, you didn't clean the stairs. And you're like, I did. No, I don't. When we can. So then I had like all this perfume stuff, and they wouldn't look at the fact that the stair was cleaned. It was more the smell that sold them. Right. So you're doing surveys, you're kind of working out what the customers want, and really they want a nice smelling stair, more important than the cleaning. Right. So it's like, oh, and
just goes on.
Exactly.